Hi there, it's Donna Saker and you're watching WatchMojo.com, and today I'm going to show you how to do the 5-minute face for the busy lady on the go, kids, work, everything. You could be out the door with your makeup in 5 minutes, I promise. So let's go. I combine primer and a tinted moisturizer at the same time, so you're doing two things at once. You can put this on with a brush, or you can actually blend it with your fingers. If you're really tight for time, fingers are the way to go. Just make sure your hands are clean. And get into all the corners and the area of the skin. And you can see already that luminous primer is already brightening up sort of the skin. You want to make sure that the skin is always dewy and bright and not too matte. Already evened out the skin tone and even took down some of the redness. Most women have the common areas where we're red. We're red around the nose, sometimes we're red at the corner of the eyes, and even at the corner of the mouth. So you just want to look to see where you need any touch-ups. And then just a little bit around the nose. Sarah's got just a little bit of redness here. And then you just look to see where you might have a little bit of a blemish. We all get a little bit of red right around the corner here. You just want to take a little bit of concealer here. Then I take what is a highlighter. It's different from a concealer. Comes in many, many forms. This one is like a pen. So you can do it two ways. You can either put a little bit on your hand, take your little finger, and then you dab it. So you want to do a concealer that is in the peachy salmon color. That counteracts the blue that we get when we have dark circles. If you want to use the brush on the pen, you can too. See how it has a bit of a peachy tone? You don't want to go all the way out here because it can settle in our fine lines. You just want to stick in the corner, and that's where it will reflect the light. Now Sarah's really lucky. She doesn't have the marionette lines like I do, but if you want to sort of make them look less prominent, you would take a pen like this or your highlighter and you would actually do that. So now I'm going to take a little powder, and you want another big fluffy brush because you don't want to pick up too much product. So just powder the nose, and sometimes I don't even powder my cheeks. If you really want a dewy finish, don't put too much powder on. We're just going to do just a little bit. This is one of my favorite things, bronzer and blush together. And one of the most flattering colors on women is a peachy tone. Anything that's warm will sort of warm up the skin and make you look healthier. So I take the bronzer with a little bit of a powder or a bronzing brush, and I mix the two together. You just want to do a little bit. So I'm just combining the two products. Now in the summertime when we have more color, I would just sort of take the bronzer and just sort of put it where the sun would naturally hit you. Just sort of over, very lightly, light, light, light touch. If you're not an eyeshadow person and you can't be bothered, there is one color you can do that's super simple. And it's what we call, in the makeup world, a champagne color. Take a little bit with a flat brush like this, or you can use a fluffy brush, whichever you have. And you just want to sweep it across the eyes. Adds a bit of life to the eyes, you know, pops them open. Another trick with the champagne color is always put a little bit in the corner of your eye. It feels kind of weird to do it, but again, it pulls the eyes apart because we want the illusion that the eyes are apart and pulled up. Just right in here. There. Now Sarah wanted to add a little bit of color, maybe she's going out to lunch with the ladies. We would take almost like a beige bronze color. So all I would do is sweep a little bit of that just softly on her eyelids. Just like that. I really like a soft line on the eye, so I use what we call a blending brush, a small one. So I would take a little bit of the darker one. You don't even have to worry about getting it straight. The beauty about powder, there's no precision. Not like a liquid liner. Again. There, just like that. And then mascara. You gotta remember we have to put mascara on the top of the lashes too, so roll it. Last thing is the lips. And when you're a woman on the go, you don't want to be fussing with too much lip liner, lipstick, and gloss. So I just like to use a really peachy warm gloss. So something along this color. So we just pop a little on. Take one last look. Maybe just a little bit more on the cheeks of the peachy color. And voila, there's your 5-minute face.